Hi guys, welcome to PioneerRx Lunchtime Yoga. Today we are going to be needing a block and a mat. And if you are at home or in your office, please make sure that you give yourself enough space or angle your mat so that you have plenty of space to move. The block is optional, but it will help with your alignment. This is going to be a 30-minute beginner power yoga sequence. We're going to start with some standing poses, and then we're going to transition into some ab work and then some stretches. Some people are smiling over here on the ground. So let's get started in child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are wide, hands forward or by your side. So think of child's pose as your home base. This could be a place where you reset, you take a break. Spread your fingers wide on the mat and get your forehead on the mat. Move your head from side to side. And I want you to start taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Walk them over to the left. Bring them back to center. Come up to tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, feet flat on the mat. Now tuck your toes under and play around with this. If this feels better than keeping them flat, you're welcome to keep them here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, shoulders back. This is called cow. Exhale, round your back, and then chin to chest. You want your belly in and up. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze, shoulders back. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, cat pose. You're pressing your body away. One more round. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. Come to a neutral spine here and reach your right hand forward, left foot back. Fingers wide, toes are flexed, arm engaged, leg engaged, core engaged. Bring your elbow towards your knee and your knee towards your elbow. Belly in and up, curl up, and then extend it one more time, waking your body up. Inhale, bring it all in towards the center. Exhale, extend, stretch it out. One more time, bring it in. Stretch it out. Come back to center. Shift your weight from knee to knee, from hand to hand. And now reach with your left hand, press back with your right foot. Engage every muscle in your leg, every muscle in your body. Core is tight. Bring your elbow towards your knee, hug it in, extend. Bring it in, extend. One more time. Extend, bring it back down. Now curl your toes back. And now lift your knees off the mat and send your hips high for your first downward facing dog. So your feet are about hip width distance and your hands are about shoulder width distance. Fingers wide and press your body away. Walk your dog by bending one knee at a time. Core is engaged, shoulder blades are engaged. Micro bend in your elbows. You can send your hips from side to side, stretching the backs of your legs by sinking your heels down. Come to a still down dog and try to sink your heels closer and closer to the earth. Walk your feet towards your hands, nice and slow. When you get to the top of your mat, I want you to grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side. You can start with your knees bent. This is called ragdoll. Shake your head no. Nod your head. Let go of your elbows and nice and slow come up. Extended mountain pose, reach both hands towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to your heart center. And I want you to look at your fingertips. So I'm going to be telling you a set of cues to kind of help you engage every part of your body, but just set your gaze gently on your fingertips as I do that. So let's start with our feet. Ground down the four corners of your feet. Lift your toes. Set them gently on the mat. Push your inner ankles down and hug your outer shins in. You guys feel that? Inner thighs towards each other. Belly in and up towards the spine. Shoulders up and away from your ears. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Flatten your back. You can do this by bending your knees and setting your hands by your feet, or you can place your hands on your shins. But what you want to do is you want your back to be parallel to the mat. Forward fold, hinge at your hips as you exhale. Flatten your back. Forward fold. Flatten. Plant your hands, plank pose. So now you can modify your plank by letting your knees find the mat. Shift forward. And now we're going to take a Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, press your chest through your hands. Thighs are off the mat. Downward facing dog, send your hips back, sink your heels low. So we're going to try that one more time. Shift forward into plank. Elbows in, micro bend in your elbows. Shift forward into your tippy toes and lower down just halfway, Chaturanga. Press your chest through, upward facing dog, pressing into the shoelace size of your feet. Downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees low, look forward, jumpers, step forward. Flatten your back, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Mountain pose, reach and stretch. Grab a wrist and then side bend. Come back to center and do the same thing on the other side. Feel that side body stretch. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Take 2 breaths here. You have the option to close your eyes or you can look at your fingertips. Yogi's choice. So as you're here, I want you to keep your core engaged, squeeze everything in towards the center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Flatten your back, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Flatten your back. Fold. Flatten your back one more time. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. The back of your neck is long. Plant your hands. Top of the push-up. So now I'm going to show you how to modify it. Let your knees find the mat. Shift forward and then lower down. Elbows in, all the way down to your belly. And then untuck your toes, chest through your hands. This is called Cobra Pose with your thighs on the mat. And then curl your toes under, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees low, look forward, jumper, step forward. Flatten your back, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose, reach up. Hands at your heart center. And now we're going to take chair pose. So we're going to sit in an invisible chair. Tailbone down, belly in and up, proud chest. Sink your heels down to the ground and shift your weight. Inhale. Exhale. Sit super low. And then forward fold, stretch the backs of your legs. Plant your right hand right in front of you. Bend your right knee. Reach towards the ceiling with your left hand. Switch sides. Bend your left knee. Left hand right in front of you. Reach up with your right hand. Come back to center. Forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Flatten your back. Plank pose. Remember, modify if you need to. Shift forward, elbows in, 90-degree bend, chest through your hands, up dog, hips high, downward facing dog. Get your big toes to touch. Lift your right heel high. So here you're pressing your body so that your ribs are closer to your thigh. Reach, flex your toes. Bring your right foot in between your thumbs. Runner's lunge. Shift your weight back and forth. Pivot your back heel, let it find the mat. And now reach up for warrior one. Inhale as you come up. Arms by your ears. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Press the outer edge of your foot and so that your inner arch comes up. Square your hips. And if you're losing balance here, you can wiggle your feet apart. That helps keep your hips squared. Fingers wide. Open up, warrior two. So you're opening up to the side, your tailbone down, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So find some ease and some steadiness here. Bring your hands down to frame your foot, pivot your back heel, and now let's go back to top of the push-up. Shift forward, Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, breathe in, your thighs are off the mat. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a break if you need to, or keep breathing here. Let's breathe together for 3, 2, 1. Left heel high to the sky. Again, engage that leg, fingers wide. Place your foot right in between your thumbs. Pivot your back heel. Inhale, come up, warrior one. You can use a block to square your hips here to help you out. Remember, outer edges of your feet down and inner arches can come up. Create tension in between your thighs and then open up. Warrior two. Pressing the outer edges of your feet, sink in deeper into that front knee, but not letting your knee go past your ankle. One more breath here. Hands come down to frame your foot, pivot your back heel, top of the push-up. Exhale, shift forward, lower down. Inhale, heart forward, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Walk your dog. Find some stillness in your dog. Suction cup your hands. Micro bend in your elbows and send your ribs closer to your thighs. Lift your heels high. Bend your knees, look forward, travel forward. Flatten your back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose, reach. Cactus arms. And then reach up. Cactus arms, exhale. Reach up, breathe in. Match your movement to your breath. Cactus. Reach up, extended mountain pose, cactus. One more time. Cactus, reach up. Forward fold. Flatten your back, top of the push-up. Shift forward, lower all the way down to your belly. And then take Cobra Pose. So your thighs are on the mat and then your chest comes up. Lower down. Sit back into child's pose. And take 2 breaths here. So you want to try to take inhales and exhales through your nose so that you keep the heat in as you move, as you flow from pose to pose. Come up to downward facing dog. Lift your heels super high, bend your knees super low, jump or step. Flatten your back, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose, reach up. Hands at your heart center. Let's take chair pose. Belly in and up, tailbone down. Sit low. And let's breathe together for 5. Squeeze your inner thighs together. 4, 3, 2, lower down. Hinge at your hips, stretch the backs of your legs for a forward fold. Flatten your back, engage your shoulder blades. The back of your neck is long. Plank pose. Shift forward, lower down halfway, 90-degree bend in your elbows, up dog, breathe in. Your thighs are off the mat. Down dog, breathe out. 3 breaths here. So that sequence that we have been doing is called a sun salutation. In case you were wondering. Walk your feet towards your hands. Flatten your back to reset when you get there. Forward fold, hinge at your hips. Mountain pose, reach up. Hands at your heart center. Let's take tree pose on the right. So you can use your mat as a kickstand like so. You can press against your shin, or you can press against your inner thigh. You do not press against your knee. So you want to protect your knee. Wherever you're at, place your hands at your heart center. Set your gaze softly somewhere right in front of you. Pretend like you have a string pulling the crown of your head. So you're standing tall and proud, finding some ease and steadiness. And if you find yourself gripping the mat with your toes, ground down that standing foot. Micro bend if you need to in that standing foot. Belly is engaged, shoulder blades engaged. If you feel ready, if you feel steady, grow your tree. Reach both hands up. Keeping your belly, your core engaged. And if you fall, you come right back in. Forgive yourself, forget the pose, and try again. 1 more breath. Come out of the pose, shake it off, shift your weight. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, let them go. 1 more time. Tree pose on the left. So start with your hands at your heart center. And remember, whatever you do, don't press against the side of your knee. Hands at your heart center. Another thing you can do if you want to challenge yourself a little more is you can stand on a block as you do your tree. Nice and steady. Hands at your heart center. And then whenever you feel ready, grow your tree. Fingers wide, core engaged. Squeezing everything in towards the center. Finding some ease. Even if you're wobbly, it's okay. And then come out of your tree, shake it off, reset. Inhale, reach up. Right knee high. 3-legged mountain. Flex your toes. Extend your leg and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee. Open up. Utthita. So you're opening up like a book, standing leg raise. And then if you want more, so if you want to challenge your balance even more, you can look towards your left thumb. Come back to center and back down. Shake it off. Let's reset to try the other side. Reach both arms up, left knee high, flex your toes, extend and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee. Grab your knee and open up like a book. Standing leg raise. Look over to the side if you want more. And then come back to center and back down. Shake it off. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Flatten your back. Top of the push-up. Elbows in. Shift forward, lower down. Press your chest through your hands for upward facing dog. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left. Come back to center. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Get your big toes to touch. Lift your right heel high to the sky. Bring your knee towards your nose. Squeeze your belly in. Plant your foot down in between your thumbs. Runner's lunge. Shift forward and back. On your next inhale, we're going to take an easy twist. Lift your right hand up. So you can make a fist here. You can place your hand on a block, any setting. Think of your block as an extension of your arms. Or you can come up to your fingertips as you twist. But I want you to start twisting from your low belly and extend through the crown of your head. If you want more, you can look up. So try not to dump all your weight into that wrist joint. So you're extending, your core is engaged. Place your hands back down to frame your foot. Let's meet in plank pose. Remember, you can modify. Shift forward, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Big toes touch. Left heel high to the sky. Toes are flexed. Bring your knee towards your nose. Curl your belly in. Plant your foot down in between your thumbs. Runner's lunge. Shift your weight back and forth. Inhale, easy twist. Left hand to the ceiling. So wherever you're at with your props or your blocks, remember not to dump your weight down into that wrist joint. Keep extending through the crown of your head, and only if you want more, you can look up. Keep your belly engaged. Place your hand down to frame your foot, top of the push-up. Shift forward, lower all the way down to your belly. Take an ear down and place your hands where they're comfortable. While you're here, let yourself feel heavy. Feel your body come up and down as you breathe, rise and fall, get closer to the earth. Switch ears. On your next inhale, bring your chin to the mat, place your hands by your sides. So your thighs stay on the mat, and then you lift your chest, baby cobra. Lower down. Lift all the way up, full cobra, thighs stay on the mat. Not forcing anything, just gently flowing into the pose, and let's keep going. Baby cobra, lower, full cobra, and lower. Make your way to child's pose. Let yourself reset, recharge here. Bring back that long ocean-like breath. In through your nose, out through your nose. Come up to tabletop, and then curl your toes under and send your hips high downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees low, travel forward. Flatten your back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose, reach. Hands at your heart center. Close your eyes, core engaged. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Reach up, look up. Cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Let's keep going. Keep the breath flowing. Think of your breath as raw energy just traveling through your body. Inhale. Exhale. So now add a back bend. Inhale, reach. Cactus arms, back bend. Inhale, reach. Not forcing anything, just gently flowing. Inhale. Exhale. Reach one more time. Back bend. Open up that chest and then reach up. Forward fold. Exhale. Flatten your back. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Heart forward, breathe in. Hips high, breathe out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, jump through your hands onto your seat, onto your back. So if you have a block, place it in between your thighs. Let's get into bridge pose. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze that block. Robot arms. You have the option to interlace your hands under you. Walk your shoulders under you. Bring your chin towards your chest, and then lower down. Let's do that one more time. Bridge pose. Lower down. Let go of the block. Reach both legs up. Reach both hands forward. Shoulders come off the mat. And then lower your feet a third of the way. Another third. Another third. Look at your toes and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Plant both feet down. Take a figure 4, legs on the right. So you have options. You can keep your left foot planted. You can keep it at a 90-degree bend, or you can lift it up like so. You can also thread your hands to grab your thigh and feel that stretch. Couple breaths to enjoy the full benefit of the stretch. And switch. Let go. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Gentle squeeze. Extend your left leg. Keep your right knee where it's at. And then let it gently fall over to the left for a supine twist, and your gaze to the right. You can keep your hand on your knee, or you can take T-shaped arms. Whatever feels better. Come back to center. Bring your right knee in, bring your left knee in, extend your right leg, and then let it fall over to the right, your gaze to the left. T-shaped arms if it feels good, or you can keep your hands either by your thigh, on your knee. Yogi's choice. Come back to center. Bring both knees in and maybe curl up into a ball if it feels good. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Gentle squeeze. Inhale, tense up. Exhale, release into reclined butterfly. Soles of your feet together, knees wide open. You can place a hand over your belly and a hand over your chest. Breathe naturally here. Let yourself feel heavy on the mat. Think of all of these sets and sequences releasing stagnant energy in your body that's blocking you from flowing. Let both hands fall by your sides wherever they're comfortable. Make space for gratitude, for yoga, for your body, for your health. Inhale deeply. Sigh it out. You can extend your legs for your final resting pose, or you can stay in reclined butterfly, whatever feels good. If you feel comfortable, you may close your eyes. Roll over to the side for infant's pose. Use both hands to prop your head as if you were sleeping. Set an intention for the rest of your day. Use your hands to bring yourself up to your seat. Place both hands over your knees. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Come back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center. Roll out your neck one way. Switch. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Come back to center. Blink a few times. Open up your eyes. The brightest light in me sees and honors the brightest light in you. You are done with yoga today.